You need to stop believing these 5 myths because I want you to achieve more by doing less. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been struggling to get your productivity on point and you're just feeling like you're stuck, you're in the same place, it is time for some real talk. I am going to call out the 5 biggest myths about productivity that have just been holding you back. I guarantee it. And I know you've been hearing all kinds of advice on how to work smarter, not harder. But listen, let's be real. There's a lot of misinformation out there, but I want you to stick around because we are about to set the record straight. Let's get started with myth number 1. The harder you work, the more you get done. Listen, I hate to break it to you, but this one is straight up misleading. It is a lie. Yes, putting in the hours is important, but it is not about grinding until you drop. It's about working smarter. If you're just working nonstop without any direction, you're probably just spinning your wheels. Instead, I want you to focus on what actually matters. I want you to prioritize your high impact tasks and be really strategic with your time. You will see way better results when you're actually working with purpose. It's really easy to fall into the trap of just grinding nonstop and, just feeling like you're playing catch up 24/7. When I find myself in those cycles, I have to remind myself of the end goal, and then I structure my life around that. My goal is to have more time than anything else. Not money, not materialistic things, but I want more time. I heard a quote the other day and it hit me so hard, and I was like, yes, this is it. Time is actually the only currency you own without ever knowing the balance. You will never get it back, so use it wisely. Myth number 2, multitasking is the secret to getting things done faster. Okay, hold up. Listen, all been there trying to juggle like 20 things all at once, thinking we're being super productive. Here's the thing, multitasking is actually a productivity killer. Your brain is not built to do multiple complex tasks all at the same time. When you split your focus, you are not giving your full attention to anything. And then you want to know what happens? You actually take longer to complete anything. Next time, I want you to focus on one task at a time and watch how much more you get done. I like to use the Pomodoro technique where I actually set a timer on my phone for 20 to 25 minutes and I pick one thing to work on in that window of time. There's no notifications, no distractions, just super hyper focused energy on that one thing. And then when the timer goes off, I take a 5 or 10 minute break. I'll go for a quick spin around my house. I'll go pet my dog. I'll go have a snack. But after my 5-minute break, I then come back to the original task I was working on, or if I'm struggling, I will shift to a different task to work on. It might sound ridiculous to you to set a timer that often in the day, but using these little blocks of time to move the needle on the tasks, it's really one of my favorite strategies to get things done. You know the expression, how do you eat an elephant? It's just one bite at a time, right? This is an example of it. Tackling things in small chunks makes things so much easier for your brain to process and to actually complete. Myth number 3, if you're not working 24/7, you are not being productive. Listen, I get it. There's this pressure to just constantly be busy, but here's the truth. Rest is actually the key to productivity. Burnout is real and it will absolutely destroy your ability to be productive. You need time to recharge your mind, your body. So listen, don't feel guilty about taking a break. You'll actually come back stronger and more focused. And really, that's what counts. I compare this concept to being in school and your teacher always telling you to review the matter, the subject matter for 15 minutes a day instead of cramming for the test the night before. Guilty. But your brain, your body, your cortisol levels, all of it needs to rest. This is the reason personal trainers will add rest days to your workout program, right? You need the rest to come back stronger. You come back more energetic, clear-minded, and just more productive. You just get more done. Myth number 4, you have to have everything figured out before you start. Perfectionism. It's a killer, you guys. Trust me, I know we all want things to be perfect before we dive in. But here's the thing, you don't have to have everything figured out before you start. You do not need a perfect plan. The absolute best way to figure things out is to just start and then learn as you go. And then you adjust things along the way, right? Mistakes? Yeah. They're gonna happen, but here's the thing, they're not failures. They're just a part of the process. You're failing forward, okay? Stop waiting for the perfect moment. I want you to start now. And listen, I see it all the time. I have coached hundreds of students at this point, and the one thing that comes up over and over again is that perfectionism just kills progress. I just want you to stop. Just stop trying to make things perfect, especially if you're new to something. Since when do you do anything perfect when you're just starting out? Literally never. Stop trying to achieve it. I have seen this paralyze people, and they never see the fruits of what could have been had they just dove in and did it messy and did it scared and made the mistakes and fell on their face. It's in the messy. That's where your lessons are learned. That's where you can examine and then you just adjust. You might actually think you need to do something a certain way, but when you actually sit down to do the thing, you might realize that's not, it doesn't come natural to you. That's not the way that you want to do it. You only find out your secret, special, magic sauce to whatever you're doing by just doing it. So go do it. Finally, myth number 5, you need the best tools and the best apps to be productive. Okay, I get it. We're all tempted by the shiny new apps, the fancy planners, the high-tech gadgets. Here's the hard truth. The best tools in the world won't help if you don't have a solid plan or know how to use them. The secret to productivity is in how you manage your time and your tasks. It is not in having the latest tech. So figure out what works for you and just stick to it. I have tried so many apps over the years, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my age, my personality, the fact that I'm right-brained, but for me, pen and paper is still my go-to method to stay organized. When I am feeling overwhelmed and have a million tasks floating around in my head, I use the last 15 minutes of my day and just do a big brain dump on a piece of paper. I sit there and I list out everything that I need to do to get it out of my head, because if I don't, I will go in circles over and over again, and I actually become really scattered in my thoughts. I forget everything. I will literally pace in circles in my own home. It gets me to the point where I feel paralyzed and I feel lost. I don't know what to start. So by writing it down, I get it out of my brain, but then I look at my list. I cross out everything that is out of my control, because let's face it, there's no point in worrying about it if I can't change it in the moment. Next, I prioritize my list by highlighting in different colors. My urgent tasks in pink, my less urgent tasks in blue, and then the stuff I want to do but might not get around to doing, that's in yellow. So by doing this at the end of each day, when I sit at my desk the next day, the next morning, I know exactly what to focus on, and I don't spend the first 30-40 minutes of my day trying to figure out what to work on first. I challenge you to try it. It works really well for me. There you have it. 5 productivity myths that are holding you back. The truth is, it is not about working harder, juggling everything, or chasing perfection. It's about working smart, staying focused, and just giving yourself the time and the space to recharge. The best thing you can do is just stop believing these myths and start working in a way that actually works for you. Now, before you go, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and please drop a comment with your favorite productivity tip or myth that you're busting. If you have been struggling with productivity, I have even more juicy tips coming your way, so don't miss out. That's it for today. Stay focused, stay fierce, and remember, you've got this, okay? Keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next one.